swings, likely to happen because they are facing so much pressure at school level also, at FIITJEE also, because sometimes there will be school exams and FIITJEE targets to finish, and there will be an AATS will pop up from somewhere. It will not be expected and suddenly it will pop up. So they will have mood swings. How to handle that is, I'll look at the face of my son and decide. Sometimes he'll come late from school. So we'll be thinking, so he's tired, we have to offer something to eat. He'll say, this exam didn't go well, and you always bother about food. And some other days we'll be thinking, how did the exam go? I am so hungry and you're talking about the exam. So we'll have to decide upon the days, what exam. Suppose if it is some topics, if it is not comfortable. For say, if it is inequalities, he is not comfortable. That chapter is on the way. So this weekend I'll have to finish these things, so many things to do. School project is also there and nobody is working on it. How do I go about it? I don't know. He'll be very worried. So what I do is, school project, if it is 5-member team, so you split the work and you finish. If your friend can do some work for you, you allot that work to him and you take half and you tell him you have a FIITJEE exam this weekend, if he can do this. So preferably if the child is not a part of FIITJEE. So that way he went. And mood swings, otherwise, if the exam didn't go well, how do we go about it? So if it is a chap test, what I say is, this is not the end. Anyway, you'll be facing the phase exam. And phase exam is also not the end. You'll be practicing it n number of times later. So what went wrong? Whether practice was wrong, whether the speed was not up to the mark or accuracy went wrong, you analyze the paper and decide upon. If practice is not sufficient, you practice it well, next exam may be okay. So it is a journey and this is not the end. This is how we manage this mood swings.
Very good. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Just wanted to add on. First, I think as parents, we should be good listeners. We are very ready with a list of advice and what to do, what happened, discussing exams. Actually, I used to see my son for just a short time. That time, I don't want to talk about his studies or exam score. I will talk about my problems in office. I will share common things happening in the family. Some uncle is sick, or there's a wedding, we have to go, so that they feel zoom out from what they are experiencing in the exams and in the classes, and they feel a part of our family and not just as result producing machines. So we have to first keep an open communication with our children, where they can, instead of assuming what they are going through, so instead of assuming what is bothering them, just you can ask, you don't seem to be your normal self, anything bothering you, Rishabh? Then let them come out with what they are actually bothered with, or if they are not willing to talk, respect that. So it's important to just let them be. They will come out of it on their own. They cannot drown in their mood for too long, because they will be pulled for the class next day or something like that. But be available for them. And another important tip I wanted to give is the role of both the parents. Sometimes what happens is, I discuss something about exam coming up or something with him, then he comes back from office and again starts. So I will take him aside and say, I've already discussed this has already been discussed. Both parents should not, come on the child together on the same day within a short span. So a lot of our frustration as parents, share with your partner and with other family members, not with the child himself or herself. Did you observe today Rishabh was little off mode, right? I will ask him. Then he'll say, yeah, maybe it's because of this, let's just leave it. So, as parents together, you should be a team and you should discuss with yourself and have the same kind of, so the day I am angry with him or I am being strict or I have come on him heavily, he will play the lighter role and not talk about studies at all. The other way around, when he's putting pressure on, don't talk about their goals, IIT, rank, all these things. During that time, it should be general things. Because see, you are a parent, you have been a parent till now, till 16 years of old. You will be a parent till the end of our lives. We prepare them only for this journey, it's not correct. They will have better, severe challenges after entering IIT. Are you going to be there feeding them food and drawing their records? I remember when all the other parents were doing the homework and record work, Rishabh said, Amma, are you going to come with me to IIT and there also share my assignments? I want to prepare for life's challenges. It's not about this particular rank or that particular seat. I have to learn to manage my time, balance everything, achieve what is practical, be happy with that, cope with failures. So I learned from him that overprotecting them, doing too much for them actually is counterproductive. It doesn't prepare them for the harder journey later in their life. Now then, during placement after 4 years also he will go through stress. But I know that he has been trained enough to face those challenges. He will balance time, he will sacrifice something, he will get stressed. But overall, he'll be always our special child. That should be, you should be there for the child all the time, whether they are ranked 20 or 140 or 1400 or didn't even qualify. Because they don't have any other parent and we don't have any other kids. Don't forget that, and don't make this 4 years so tensed and anxious that they lose sight of the bond and the love that they were talking about. That should not fade away in the background. That should be in the front of every talk you have, every step you take. And then your child, whether their photo comes in the paper or not, they will be a champion for you. They should be a champion for you for the steps that they have taken. For the work and the effort that they have taken, you should celebrate them like anything. You should celebrate them like anything. The small, if tomorrow in the chapters he got first, celebrate that child so much that it doesn't matter. At the end of the journey, they feel, I have made my parents proud and I am proud of myself. That's it. That's enough.
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent.